summertime finally out here in Austin, Texas. It's getting hot already. It's already a pretty nice day out here. And I picked up this REV'IT Eclipse 2 jacket the other day. It just came in the mail. Wanted to talk about it. Been doing a little bit of riding with it. A lot of just kind of wearing it like this to see how breathable it is. And it's not bad. When you're riding, you can really get a lot of air through this thing. So it's got some really unique features. This is their second version of the Eclipse. So it's the newest one. This one just came out like a month or two ago. Not to be confused with the first one with the armor that everybody complained about that was too like not flexible and whatever. This jacket comes with in the shoulder and forearms. Doesn't come with the back piece, but it takes their new REV'IT Seasoft foam armor. And this stuff is really nice. It's CE level rated 2. And that is the back protector. It goes in the back. It doesn't come with that, unfortunately. But this is a sub $200 jacket. This jacket comes in at $180. Are you serious? Like, this is a perfect beginner jacket. It's an awesome summer jacket. But I will pre-warn you, it is not geared towards super bikes, riding hard in the twisties, or track days. This is a sport touring, supermoto, adventure bike, dirt bike kind of jacket. It's not meant to go hardcore in the twisties. It's not built for that, right? So it's very lightweight, it's very breathable. Zipping around town is gonna be fine in this thing, and that's why I got it, right? Because I like to do things like go to the gym, you know, go here, go there, go to work, you know, ride around town. But there are some really cool roads here that I like to hit hard when I'm doing those zipping around town things. So it doesn't hurt to have, you have to have protection, man. Like, I understand it's hot, right? I do get it. It's freaking hot. I live in Texas. It gets 100+ degrees out here for most of the summer, right? So it's really freaking hot. Now, but this jacket is probably your best option for that. I don't think, like everyone, I'm just going around town. I was just going around town too. I was 5 minutes from my house. I was out for 20 minutes when I got hit by a car and almost killed. I wasn't wearing a jacket. Road rash is terrible. It's a terrible, terrible feeling when you have road rash all over your shoulders, your arms, your back. It sucks. It sucks so bad. So no, it's not worth it for me. I'm always gonna wear a jacket. I don't care how hot it is. If it's so hot where I can't wear a jacket, then I'm just not gonna ride, because this bike is freaking hot. And speaking of this bike, it's got some really cool upgrades that I've done to it recently. We're gonna talk about that towards the end of the video. But let me talk about some of the features that I found in the Eclipse 2 so far. I'm not gonna really compare it to the other one because I don't have it, but what I do have is the Alpinestars T Faster jacket. And one thing that I've noticed right out of the gate between the both of them is this jacket is a substantial amount lighter than the Alpinestars. Now, the Alpinestars didn't have a back protector in it because that's in my Dionysi, leather jacket. But this one did have the back, and the Alpinestars had the front. So they're almost equal in what they have in it or whatever. And the Alpinestars is way heavier. Like, this is such a lightweight jacket, guys. Like, look at that's what it is. That's it. And then you get your breathability here with all the mesh and in the arms. So you get that real nice flow into your arms. And then this top peak, the high impact areas, you have the extra, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna say it's Cordair. I don't think it is. It's some kind of like nylon or something, but yeah, and it's got the neoprene neck, so really comfortable all around your neck. And listen, REV'IT's no slouch of a company. This is a very highly thought out company, and they really make high quality gear. So this is a budget jacket, a beginner riding summer jacket. If you're a beginner rider, you're just getting into the game, and you need a jacket for summertime, I don't look any farther than right here. This is a really good jacket, because if you're a beginner rider, you're not going hard in the twisties. If you are gonna do that kind of riding, and you're doing that kind of riding, you need to be wearing leather, you need to have the magnesium or aluminum shoulders, you need to have yourself some really high quality riding boots, and you need to get yourself some really dope riding gloves. These are from Raven Moto. We'll give them a quick shout out, guys, and you can use my discount code if you want anything from Raven Moto's store. Use my code, Hardcity, all caps. That gets you 10% off. And these are fire. I'm gonna throw a picture up of our giveaway winner, Covert, who just won a full get-up from Raven Moto. And in the future, if you become a patron member, that link will be below. That's how you can also win gear. I'm already giving stuff away, guys. I've already given away $600 worth of motorcycle gear. So become a Patreon member and you can be automatically into the next giveaway, which is gonna be happening MotoGP weekend. And I'll announce what that giveaway is then, but I can tell you right now, it is gonna be freaking awesome. Maybe a carbon helmet. I don't know. Nope, I don't know. Maybe a helmet, maybe not. Anyways, this jacket, it's awesome. Did I mention that? So let's talk about some of the features real quick, and then we'll wrap this up and talk about some of the cool shit that I did to lipstick recently. But yeah, it's a really basic jacket. The Velcro could be better. It's gonna get dirty, which is whatever, you know. But yeah, it's got these loops here in the back, and that's for if you wanna cinch it down on the belt loops back here, or anything like that, so it doesn't fly up, because when you're riding your bike, your shirt's gonna fly up in the air and all that stuff. And also, if you do fall, you can have it so it doesn't, fly up in your back. It's all scraped up anyway. But yeah, it has adjustments here on the arms, and it has this really cool, which is a direct sign to me that this is for sport touring, dirt bikes, adventure bikes, and stuff like that. But hey, just bought a water bladder for my OGO backpack as well. So this is a water bladder holder, or like a microphone holder, whatever you want. I think that's really cool, unique little feature they put in there, because they know guys do vlogs and they know guys like water bladders, and they made that little thing there so it's just easy to control. You don't have this tube, stuffed in your arm strap or whatever. So it's really nice. I do like that they thought of that, and that's a really cool feature. And yeah, I like that. It's just right here. So you have your water bladder. It's going to come out of the top of your bag. You can hook it there, and you just when you're riding, you grab it and bite the straw or whatever. But yeah, this thing, to give you guys a little bit of size comparison, because it fits really, really well for me. I'm 5'9", 165 pounds, and this is a medium REV'IT jacket, and it fits really well. It has your arm adjustment if you need to tighten that up a little bit, but I think it fits well. I don't have chest armor. You're not gonna fall on your chest, but if you wanna get it, you can get it. I had it in my Alpine Stars one, but yeah, hey, extra protection. I don't believe you can put chest armor in this jacket. I don't think you can. I don't see it opening, and no, you can't. So it doesn't have that option, but that's okay. Like, my Dionysi doesn't have that either. But yeah, if you're gonna wanna do some super hardcore riding, this is not the jacket you're gonna wanna get. Track days, they won't even let you on the track with this thing. So, actually, they won't let you on the track without a full suit usually. But anyway, it depends on the track and what's going on. If you are gonna do some hardcore riding, get yourself some leather. Like I said, you need that. So, but for zipping around town, hot weather, man, this thing is, God, I don't know. I haven't found a better jacket. The Alpine Stars one's good. It's all black, it has the white. I don't like too much stuff going on in my jackets. I like the minimal branding. It's really nice. I think they put it in the right spots, and it looks cool. REV'IT, it's got the little symbol here. I like it. I actually think it looks really clean. The white color is absolutely fire. I'll throw a picture up of my new riding jacket, or outfit, I mean. It's one of my favorite things to do, honestly, guys, is to put together these riding outfits for you guys, so you can kind of see and gauge, oh damn, that actually looks fucking fire. You know what I mean? Oh damn, that actually looks fire. I can spend, under $1,000 and have everything you see here pretty much, outside of the helmet. But yeah, this, you got to gear up, man. If it's too hot and you're like, I'm not gonna wear a jacket, it's like wearing nothing. It's like wearing nothing. And when you do go down, you're protected, man. And I say when because everyone goes down. It's not a matter of if, it's when. God forbid, but hey, it happens. It's dangerous. So you want to be protected. The Velcro could be better. It's going to get dirty, but outside of that, I think it's a really good jacket. Again, we'll see how it holds up. And as far as other companies go, I don't have a Climb. I don't have any of these other riding summer jackets. I think Dionysi makes one, but I think it still has leather and it's still pretty heavy. I needed something that was very, very, very basic and lightweight, and that's what you get here. It's a simple summer jacket. That's it. That's all it is, and it does that job well. So don't get too caught up in this jacket has this jacket has that. And to be honest with you guys, anything over 85 degrees, it doesn't really matter what the hell you're wearing or what color you're wearing. You're going to be sweating your ass off, especially if you have a Ducati Panigale, because these bikes get really, really hot. So that's just what it is, right? You ride motorcycles, they get hot, they have engines, you're sitting on the engine, and it's hot outside. you know, you can't really win there. So in any case, guys, that's really all I got for you. I don't want to make this video too overdrawn and long. So let's just talk about some of the stuff that I've done to lipstick recently. I'll flip the camera around and we'll talk about that, because, you know, outside the exhaust and some carbon, she's pretty much ready to go for GP weekend. All right, guys, so there she is. I just picked her up from the dealer a couple days ago to get the CNC rear sets reinstalled. We'll talk about that in a second. This isn't gonna be a super long part of the video, so just real quick. But yeah, Louis Moto seat cover, just got that done. Oh, actually I did this, but I just finished it the other night and it was pretty easy, simple install. But yeah, it looks awesome on the motorcycle. I love it. Tech spec tank grips, I hate them. They need to go. They don't fit right. I don't like the way they look, so I'm gonna take those off, but they do provide me some grip, and I was sliding around a lot with the leathers on, so that's why I got that grip, and the grip on the Louis Moto seat helps. So yeah, so the CNC rear sets, man, these things are a real treat. They are super nice. They were very well built. They look awesome. Ton of adjustments on. You got all these peg adjustments. You can move this back and forth. One of the big problems I had with this when I installed the rear brake is I just wasn't set up for it at my house, so it wasn't working right. And the switch, you have to install a pressure switch to have the brake light work. This is a racing rear set. It's not made to have a brake light, so it's literally no different than the rear sets they're going to put on a MotoGP bike. These are the same exact ones, so it's really cool in that sense. They don't make like a different one for street use. This is the racing rear set. But what can happen if that stuff's not working properly is your rear caliper can seize up, brake fluid will explode all over the place, and your bike can catch on fire. So, and actually does in a lot of occasions when that happens. So you want your rear brake to be functioning properly. So yeah, the rear sets, everything's working good with this. Swing over to the other side and check out, because we have it now set in GP shift, which means the rod, because you can set these rear sets up either way you want. See, the rod would go up here for GP shift, or I'm sorry, regular shift, standard shift, and it goes down here for GP shift. So it's just a mechanical adjustment, and what it does is instead of the rod pushing, it pulls, it's backwards. So 1 up, 5 down. It's awesome. I really love it. This is all adjusted now. I bought this toe peg thing separately. I already lost one of them, but I wanted one with knurling, so I bought 2 of these, and one's for extra. Carbon heel guards. Man, these are just really nice. You're sturdy. You're not going to slip. I love the beefy toe peg and knurling, and just the way they're built and the way they feel. And another upgrade that I did that is hidden from cameras, but the suspension is now fully tuned to my body weight, and it is a absolute game changer. I can't believe how much different this motorcycle rides now with just that adjustment. If you have a motorcycle and you ride, like Elizabeth, I know you're watching because you're, you know, really big supporter of the channel and what I do. So she has a Ducati Panigale Street Fighter. Get it tuned to your suspension and get somebody who's really good at it. Like this guy was measuring me, taking my weight and, you know, measuring the forks and adjusting, and he spent about 45 minutes doing it, and he really did a good job. It really changed the way the bike rides. There's the zip tie just in case for bottoming out. But man, it is just a game changer, guys. I can really rip this thing now around the corners. Like, it just feels so much different. With the ergonomic changes on this bike now that I've done with the rear sets, with the seat, the tank grip, the new grips on the bars, the bar end mirrors, all that stuff really makes a huge difference, because vibration, comfortability in your hands. Now your feet are well planted and sturdy. The seat, you're not sliding around. The tank grips, you're not sliding. It's just so, and now the suspension tuned. You have so much more control over the motorcycle. It's insane. So I'm really excited. It's a little bit too late today to go riding where I want to ride, so we'll probably do that video tomorrow. But man, it is just a game changer. So stick around, because tomorrow we're gonna do another video, a new updated riding video of the Panigale. Because with 9,000 miles on it, I think it's safe to say I can, you know, make a video on this bike that nobody has yet. You know, a high mileage Panigale V2 that's really been through it all. And I keep super clean and maintenance very well. The bike is operating perfectly as it should. It's broken in fully. The motor and I and the bike have a very, we're connected. We're one. You know, when I'm on this thing, I'm part of the bike. So It's just, man, I love it. It looks beautiful. Exhaust is next, I promise you that. All right, so if you need gear, don't forget Raven Moto. Use my discount code HARDCITY, all caps. That gets you 10% off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.